Hey, empath. Ooh, happy Friday. So, this is my second time attempting to record this message because I'm kind of freaked out about it. I don't normally feel confident enough to share messages like this that I get, especially when they're this new to me. But I woke up feeling like it was important after a couple of conversations that I've had, and after looking a few weeks ahead in my weekly readings. I feel like it's important to at least get it out there so that those who naturally end up clicking on it, those who listen to me and trust me for this type of message, who are able to get it in time, can get it, and it can help you. So I've been seeing visions and messages about portals and about the eclipse being a portal. And maybe a week or so ago, I had this really fun, really beautiful vision slash dream slash message, whatever, about people who were able to use transits to transcend timelines. And in that vision, I saw the portals very, very similarly to the cards that came out for the weekly this week, the week of the eclipse, well, the first eclipse of the year. And so, progressively over the duration of this week, the conversations that I've had, the experiences that I've had have made it feel more tangible, practical, real, and possible than what the full out scale that I experienced it in that vision. So if you want to participate in this experiment with us, there are several of us that have decided that we're doing it. What you would do is find out what time the eclipse is happening tomorrow where you are. And you want to look back at the last 7 years or so and look at where the eclipse is happening in your chart. So the eclipse is happening in Taurus. I believe it's like at 28 degrees, something like that. Anyway, it's happening in Taurus. So look at your astrology chart and see what house does Taurus rule. And the house that that is happening in, the whatever that is over, those are the aspects of your life that you're likely to feel this shift in the fastest. But obviously everything affects everything, right? So like, for example, a lot of people are saying this is a relationship portal, right? But relationships affect everything, right? A relationship is not just romantic. Like, you can have relationships with, everybody So, anyway, so even if you don't know your astrology, I'm saying that, that's why I'm saying that. Even if you don't know your astrology or your chart or any of that kind of thing, like, what it affects can shift everything. So it doesn't matter. But if you do have access to that, it doesn't hurt to look at it. And then what you'll want to do is set an intention. So your intention is going to be looking at the last 7 years of my life. What do I want the next 7 years to look like? What do I want to shift and be different? What do I want to do differently? How do I want to live differently? What do I want to access? What do I want, to be more available to? And, set that intention. You want to use whatever tools that help you to raise your vibration. And when I say raise your vibration, I mean I want you in the giddiest, silliest, happiest mood that you have been in a while, okay? Intentionally activate that. So if you got to start by watching your favorite movie that makes you laugh, throw on Girls Trip or something, something that's going to definitely get you to giggle, chuckle, right? Throw on some music that makes you want to dance and move around, maybe go for a hike or a run or hang out with somebody goofy that can't, help but make you laugh. Do something that's going to get you into that vibration, that place where you feel like, damn, I love my life. Like, I have access to some really, really dope stuff, you know. Focus in on all of that. Even if you are, you know, in a position where it's harder to find those things, harder to look at those things, harder to see those things, making it important to focus on that long enough to actually feel it is going to affect you in a positive way regardless tomorrow, right? So I want you to do that and hold on to it as long as you can, right? And try to time this so that it's close enough to the time of the eclipse that you can do that, and then wind down and take a nap or go to bed, whatever, depending on where you are in the world, right? Take and sleep when the eclipse happens. Lie down and take you a nice little peaceful nap, okay? And when you wake up, just go right back to your day. I did suggest for my friends that are doing this that we, you know, drink plenty of alkaline water tomorrow, maybe eat clean, maybe eat light, maybe fast if you want to. And just let it be a very lighthearted spiritual day, you know. It is the first in a series of portals. So I'm not suggesting that you wake up expecting, you know, butterfly effect type results. We're literally just aligning with something gate by gate by gate that is going to help us to intentionally move into our next 7-year cycle. That's what Marlo's been teaching about over the past, you know, week or so, that we are about to start a new 7-year developmental cycle. Well, not developmental cycle, but another 7-year cycle. So looking back to, she calculated from 2016, that is, you know, the cycle that we're closing out. So sun moon energy, it tends to affect your sleep wake cycle anyway. So that was one of the questions that somebody asked me, is like, what if you just straight up can't sleep, you know? The best hack I have for that is to put yourself into a state of silly fun happiness throughout that portal, right? So if you need to go hang out with friends that day, make it a beach day, make it, you know, whatever, you know, you're not going to be able to sleep because there's an eclipse, do what you do, you know, but do it in a high vibe, do it in the best feeling place that you can reach, okay? And if you're in a state where the best feeling place that you can reach is dark humor, you know, that's still a deliverance, that is still a transition energy, and it still will have the same effect, okay? So when I say raise your vibration, get in the highest vibe you can reach, even if it's just the tiniest smidgen of a switch, it still counts and it still matters, okay? So if you're going through something really heavy, something really hard, I want you to get yourself in a position where you're at least giving yourself a break from it. Think personally, maybe you are having a health issue or whatever like that. That's the time to sleep, baby. Go to sleep. Get yourself in a good mood. Focus on the fact that when you're sleeping, your body heals faster because you are not in it consciously holding the vibration of not being well. And use that time to sleep, okay? You definitely want to be hydrated. So you want to drink some good quality water. You want to keep things light, as you know, as light as possible. Like I said, it's all relative. So if you're in a place where things are heavy and dark humor works too. You know, that stuff will still get you to chuckle even while things are heavy and harsh. And then those of us who are in a good place. So say for instance, the shift that happened at the beginning of the astrology year when the sun went into Aries, if you felt a shift then and you felt like you came out of the cycle and you feel like things are trending in a really good, you know, direction, things are going well, then you want to just stay awake. Just stay awake, right? So, say for instance, solar eclipse energy makes you sleepy. It's a good time to use a high vibing frequency to keep you awake, or I don't know, do something that keeps your attention, that's going to keep you awake at least through the transit. And I believe it's like 45 minutes. I don't remember where I got that from. It might be wrong. But I believe the eclipse lasts about 45 minutes. It might be longer. But if you can, stay awake during that and then sleep after, if solar eclipse energy makes you sleepy. I know I know that's a possibility, right? So if you're wanting to keep it in the same timeline, you're wanting to, stay on the same trajectory that you're on, you feel like you've already gone, maybe you've already had a third eye activation type of portal. Like I said, in the weekly, the portal is happening in waves. Maybe you already got activated and you want to stay awake, okay? And those who aren't aware of this message, whatever they do naturally is what's meant for them, So you're not going... First of all, there's 3 eclipses that are part of this portal. There's 3 different gates within one portal. So if you think of it like a tunnel, right? And as you're going down the tunnel, there's another gate and then another gate. It's kind of like that, okay? So anybody that just interacts with one, you're not going to see a big shift or change. You're going to still be in the tunnel, okay? So it's a kind of like a time when there's nothing being done on the surface because you're still in transit, okay? So this is... hopefully it's coming through clear enough and making enough sense. I am hoping to cover it fully enough that I get most of your questions, but if you have questions, definitely drop them for me and I will respond as soon as I can. Again, I'm going to try and make sure I post this really, really soon so that more people see it before this happens, but there are 4 eclipses, so I feel like there is some leeway. What I saw happening was that we all would stay awake for the last one in order to set it I guess or solidify that intention, but we'll see. I'm definitely getting this message in broken pieces and bits, but it's repeating, so it's a big one, and there's a lot of people that it's meant to affect. My overall message that I was wanting to get out is the idea that the way that you interact with different transits affects whether or not you receive the download that transforms you. Whether or not the way that you interact with that information. So if we look at it from a human design standpoint, and they talk about how neutrinos filter through everything, right? The neutrinos filter through the planets, and as they filter through the planets, they pick up information, and then that they bring that information, with them throughout the universe, and they also filter through us. So when a transit happens, the neutrinos that are traveling through, they pick up that new information from that transit and they bring it through us, right? So if you are in a state of alert and you're up and you're moving around, you are more likely to be in a resistance to outside energies. You are free willing it, as opposed to being an open sponge that's absorbing and a blank slate and that kind of thing. And so the way that I'm seeing it, the way that it felt and the way that I experienced it in that dream / vision / whatever the heck that was that by disengaging from the physical, it gives you an opportunity to vibe higher and hold a higher vibe. And so that's why there's that need to raise your vibe before you go lie down, and then I feel like a lot of people are going to have really interesting and important visions and dreams when they sleep during this portal too. So whatever you see or experience during that, that is going to be more important than anything I give you in a message. It's more personal to you and your experience, you know? So say for instance, you in your dream get the rest of the message, you know, that would be really lit. I don't know how it works, y'all, but I'm just thinking that this is a really good experiment to try. If you know anything about your astrology, take a look and see where Taurus is in your chart. Which house is that? What area of your life is that ruling? Maybe set your intentions with some focus on that. And keep your expectations light, keep your heart light, keep your vibe light, you know, as much as you can. Again, naturally, there will be people who get sleepy and haven't even heard of this message and they just take a nap. Hopefully, they will be in a good mood and a high-fiving place when they do it. There will be people who have to stay awake because they've got stuff scheduled, they got things to do and places to be and what have you. And that just means that they are going to, you know, be more aligned with what's been going on, you know. And so I hope this is helpful. I feel like I said that already. Again, this is my second time recording this, so I'm like, what did I say? What didn't I say? Drop me a comment and let me know. Bye now.